What is up, everybody? We got an awesome video today coming to you from Ryan London. They were nice enough to send me this case, and I cannot wait to review it. So let's just get right into it. So the initial packaging, we have kind of like a paper outside bag. It's pretty quality and it's thick. So then it's just kind of glued shut there, and the case is just right inside of that. So you can see there. Don't got anything else in there, but real simple packaging. You can see the label right on the front there, and real nice and simple. Put that off to the side, and here we go. We have the case wrapped in some nice paper, stickered shut. So let's go ahead and open this up. And here is the case. It is a real nice leather. On the inside, you have a real nice felt. So it's going to protect the back of your phone case from getting scratches on the glass or anything along those lines. Just being able to bend the phone like that. You do have a little bit of bend, not too much, but for a leather case, it's really nice. You know, the back feels really good. You do have your camera cutout with a black accent right there and black accented side buttons along with the camera cutout. So overall, the initial feel of the case is fantastic. And on the bottom, you have full cutouts, but we'll get more into that once we put the case onto the phone. And you can see you have your MagSafe ring with Ryan London there embossed into the felt. So you can see that premium leather goods, it says. No logo or anything on the back of the device, so it's just nice and clean leather. All right, let's go ahead and put the case onto the phone. Accidentally get Siri going, and it's real easy to pop on, fits incredibly well. So you don't really get any pull on the sides, maybe a little bit by the camera cutout, but that's pretty standard for most cases right now because that point on the side is a little bit weaker, but no complaints there from me. The feeling on the outside, it's thin, but yet it feels like it's gonna give you a little bit of protection. They don't claim that it really has much protection on it, but it's gonna give you basic fall damage protection. You know, maybe something out of your pocket or something small along those lines. So you don't got to worry about it breaking, but it isn't going to be military grade. I mean, it's a leather case and it's a premium leather case at that. Looking at the camera cutout, you have a real nice hard plastic on the outside to protect it. So this isn't leather, but it is going to give really good protection in case your phone falls flat on its face like that, protecting the lenses. They do kind of jut out a little bit, so you do get the full ultra-wide lens view and it isn't obstructed. The black accent buttons on here are fantastic. And then you also do have a little logo right there, so I did lie about that. Didn't see that on the initial impression, but small and out of the way. So appreciate that. It's not just plastered onto the back, huge right there. The buttons, very clicky, very responsive. The action button is easy to press. We've seen some cases that it's really hard to press and kind of annoying, so you're gonna have to like really hold your finger down to be able to get into it, but this is very easy and smooth. Same with the power control button, no issues pressing those. And then we can get into the camera control button. You do have it kind of tapered down into that, so you can get your finger in there, but it is raised. It doesn't go directly down, so I'll zoom in right here so you can see. And it is a little bit tougher to get your finger in there, but from a control standpoint, I don't really think you're going to have that much of a problem. You can still feel all the touches and the feedback from the device going into your finger. It's definitely not a problem having that. It is a little bit of a different feel than some of the other ones, some of the more plastic cases that can maybe hone that taper down into the actual phone and get it a little more flat. But I don't think you're going to dislike the feeling either. It is accessible. Looking at the bottom, you do have your full camera cutouts, enough space for pretty much any USB-C cable to be able to get in there in case the head of it is a little bit larger. And then you do have the full speaker cutouts, which is my favorite. So really appreciate that. Looking at the sides of the device, you know, they don't really pull out, but you do get a little bit of a raised lip there. So really nice to see if you drop your phone like that, or you just keep it face down when you're at dinner or at a table or something like that. You know, it's not going to be just sitting on the glass. I do have a glass screen protector on here as well. And you can see even with that, which it is pretty thick, you do get a pretty generous lip there, and it doesn't intrude you from swiping. It doesn't feel bad by any means. So good protection there. Appreciate that. The overall feel of the leather is really good. I can definitely tell once you have this phone for a while and you kind of start getting some of your oils on it, it's going to be a little more grippy. The case does feature MagSafe, so we'll go ahead and test it with our Toros MagSafe. It does go right on there. Just initial pull, it's not the strongest, and then you can see from a little bit of bounce, it does fall off. But from normal use, you're not going to have a problem. I definitely would give it maybe a 4 out of 10 on strength of MagSafe. But just sitting it on a charger or anything like that, you're not going to have a problem, with this. You can see it holds up at pretty much a 45-degree angle, giving it the hardest test that you can just from not bouncing it. So that's good to see. You can easily get this in and out. And this ring, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it is pretty stiff. So it does take a little bit of MagSafe strength to be able to get it in and out. So it's good to see. It's minimal, but it'll get the job done with anything that you're going to need. So overall look and feel of the case, definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really love these black accented buttons. If you want to pick up this case, I'll have an affiliate link down below. It does support the channel, so I appreciate you guys for clicking on that. And Ryan London did send me this case for review, but all opinions are always my own. So thank you to them for sending me this awesome case. I greatly appreciate it. Look and feel, gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I love the leather texture of it. Feels great in the hand, have absolutely no issues with that. You have your black accented buttons and camera cutout, which really add to the device, give it a little bit of pop on the sides. So appreciate that. Good color leather. It's a nice brown, matches with the black. So I really like having the black phone, the black plastic ring for their camera cutout, and then my black camera. I think it kind of goes really well together, but let me know in the comments what you guys think.